All right. Hello. Today I have this PS3 that I bought from eBay, and it doesn't work. Apparently, it's like similar to a yellow light of death or something like that, and because of that, it just doesn't work. So I bought this PS3 for like $20, and I'll see if this can be fixed. Apparently, it can. I did some research, and some people said it can be fixed. Some people said it can't be fixed. So we will see what can be done about this. Alright, so here's what's happening. When you turn on the PlayStation, for now it's powered off, so there's no power. The LED is just off. So when you turn the power switch on the back and you turn it on, it will light up green, then it will do 3 beeps, and then it starts blinking red. So there is something wrong. So it doesn't even turn on. So it will make 3 beeps. Yes, it's a yellow light. Why do I have so many remotes? Because I can. But I don't know if it can be fixed. So again, it turns it seems it's working at first, but after 2 seconds it just shuts itself down. So yeah, I did some research, and this blinking red light error is similar to a yellow light. So again, sometimes it can be fixed, sometimes it can't. Apparently the previous owner tried to fix this. I don't know, because it's missing the rubber foot on this side here. Let's see. It's missing the rubber foot here. So yeah, I don't know. Let's see what I can do. So we're gonna start the timer. And the time is running. So I did take this console apart when I received them on the mail. And it originally had a Torx screw here, but I replaced it with a Phillips head because I didn't have the Torx screwdriver. So yeah. So what I wanna need to do is there is a screw here that will allow this cover on the top to be removed. So yeah, the console doesn't even turn on. The console doesn't even turn on. So there is a Phillips head screw here. Make sure the head of your screwdriver is magnetized so the screw will stay in place. We also have to remove the hard drive here. Using like a small Phillips screwdriver. Yeah, this screw is kinda fucked. Okay, this screwdriver is better for this size. So I had to use the bigger size. Gonna pull this tab to the right, I think, to the left, and then we can pull. This is not the hard drive it came with. This console didn't even come with any hard drive. This is a hard drive that I got from a Dell laptop from 2007. And I forgot to mention this is a 2-port USB model, 2 USB ports model instead of 4 ports. Model CE-CHP01. This doesn't have a backwards compatibility, so this can't play PlayStation 2 games. So yeah, this is the model here, CE-CHP01. I don't even care if it breaks, because it only costs $20, so it's not really a big loss of money. So I don't care if there's something else breaks. So you can slide the cover to the side here, and that will reveal more screws. And this is a transparent cover. It's like black transparent. And Sony always had like a nice way of showing where the screws are. You will find arrows all over the place telling you where the screws are. And this one has an S on it, so it means short. It's a short screw. Every other screw here is a long screw. Is this loss? Big loss. Right, even when the head of the screwdriver is magnetized, it's hard to get the screws out of the holes. Alright, so I think we removed all screws. I think we removed all the screws. There should be 7. So I didn't remove this one, so yeah, there's 7 screws on top. It's 6 long and 1 short. have here 6 long screws and 1 short screw. On the back here there is a plastic tab that is preventing the cover from being removed, so we have to press this and lift it up from the back to the front, and it lifts up like that. This is what it looks like on the inside. Priorities, am I right? So this black box here is the power supply, and this gray box here is the Blu-ray drive. We have to remove both of those because when I get to the motherboard, there is a AC cable here on the back on the power supply. This 3-pin cable here is, let me zoom in the camera just a little bit. This 3-pin cable here is the fan cable. So we have to take all of the screws off here on the power supply. And as you can see, those some of the screws on the power supply are different. Of course you can. So the power supply is now being only held by, oh, there is one more screw on the back here. Right, so I forgot to say, but I'm not a professional, so I don't know what I'm doing. What I'm doing is probably shouldn't be done at all. So this power supply is now only being held by 2 long pins, and we have to pull it up, and the power supply will come out. So those are the long pins. Those pins here, they are like 2 of the power supply pins, high power. That's why they are so thick. Yeah, I should use like some kind of tray to like separate the screws and keep them tidy and nice and all that stuff. So now I have to remove the Blu-ray drive, so it's only attached by a single flat cable. We can just use like this small flathead screwdriver to lift this tab here, and the screw and the tab will lift up. So now we can remove the Blu-ray drive. And this is what it looks like. Right, so we are now almost at the motherboard, which is what I need. They did surgery on what? What the hell? Anyway, we have like more screws here. There's 4 screws here that are like putting pressure on the processors against the heatsink. So we're gonna remove those. So this is, whoops. Let me get the screw from here. So again, the console doesn't even work, so if it breaks, I don't really care. So this is what the screw looks like. The screw that is holding these like clamps against the processors, the graphics chipset and the main chipset. So there are more screws around the perimeter of this shielding here, so we have to remove those as well. I don't even know what's going on in chat anymore. So we have to remove this hard drive shielding here as well. Spinda. This thing here on the back of the console is this thing here. It's a three-dimensional Wi-Fi antenna, so it has layers and layers of antennas on top of each other. Kinda like a sandwich. So this thing here, is an antenna, Wi-Fi antenna specifically. Yes, it is literally 3D. Green, please don't do that. Alright, I think I removed all the screws, so the shielding should come out just like that. Why did you delete his message? Let me just get my phone connected to the Wi-Fi again so I can read the messages, because the monitor is like way too far. Alright, there are more screws to remove. I think there's 2 screws. I'm only seeing one though. There is 1 screw here, so this may be just the remaining screw. Right, so now the motherboard will come out, and this is what it looks like. This is the graphics chipset, and this is the main chipset. The cover from the graphics chipset is stuck on the heatsink, so I have to remove this. And yeah, there is a lot of thermal paste, so I will get my hands dirty. Alright, so the cover from the graphics chipset came out. So we don't need this anymore. We are gonna only be working on the motherboard. The cover from the graphics chipset came out. So we don't need this anymore. Right, I need something to get the motherboard leveled. Maybe 2 shoe boxes. No, I won't like thermal paste because that is not good for your health. So I'm gonna get 2 shoe boxes. Right, so the reason I want to keep the motherboard level is because of the 2 prongs on this side here. Look who's talking. Anyway, next thing I'm gonna do is I am gonna get my heat gun, not a reflow gun. That's a different thing, not a reflow workstation. I'm gonna use like an actual heat gun. This thing here, this is a heat gun. And basically what I'm gonna do, I wanna heat up the board evenly. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Gonna have to use the mid temperature for now. So the heat gun has 5 settings that goes from 1 through 5. And they're gonna be using 3. No, this isn't the CS blow dryer. A CS blow dryer is like smaller than this. But yeah, I'm not a professional. Please don't do what I'm doing. Now I am gonna turn up the music just a little bit because this heat gun is kinda loud, so it will make a lot of noise. So I'm gonna mute my mic, and you guys just listen to music for now. Right, so I have to turn it on and wait it heat up just a little bit. And you want to keep like a foot away from the board, so you can't see the gun because it is kind of behind the camera. But you want to keep the gun like a foot away from the motherboard, and you want to do like 1 minute on each side for like a few times, and that's all you have to do. I'm just checking if the temperature is good. It should be. And you have to like heat up 1 minute and wait another minute and heat up another minute again and wait another minute again. So yeah, sometimes this works, sometimes it doesn't. I don't think this will work though. And you also have to be careful the plastic parts, you don't want to melt anything. So now I want to wait another minute or so, and I'm gonna turn the board upside down and do the same thing on the other side. But this should be cold enough. Right, so I have to wait the board code up just a little bit. It is really hot right now. I am not wearing gloves because I just don't have gloves, but it's not like it will burn my hands, so it doesn't really matter. It's a bit hot, but yeah, it won't burn my hands. So I just wanna wait this to get a lower temperature. These prongs are like really hot though. Right, I think this should be enough to turn the board upside down once again. Right, we're gonna do the same thing, but this time we wanna focus the heat more on the main chips, the graphics chipset and the main chipset here. It's a Baba soundtrack. So yeah, but you still wanna keep the motherboard evenly hot to prevent warping. The chipset should be... Oh, yeah, this is really hot. Yeah, this is really hot. So now I'm gonna wait for the motherboard to coat up once again. And we're gonna do this one more time on the other side. And why am I using a Baba soundtrack? It's because the last time I used like what I thought was royalty-free music called Seaburg 1000, but apparently it wasn't, because I got like a million copyright notices on my YouTube upload when on the video that I did, on the stream that I did when I fixed my GameCube. So the music that I used, that I thought it was royalty free, isn't actually royalty free. So Baba is a better territory for this. I know, right? It should be on public domain, but YouTube thinks it's not. So it's, yeah. Right, so I'm gonna turn the board upside down once again. The ships aren't burning anymore, so that's good. But again, I don't think this will work. Maybe the previous owner already did this. Right, so I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side, but this time I wanna focus the heat a little bit under the ships. So this here's the main chipset, and this is the graphics chipset. So I wanna keep the heat more focused on this, but I still wanna keep the board evenly warm. So that's what I'm gonna do. Yeah, I'm gonna do this one more time, then put the console back together, see if it works. I don't think it will work though, but and you can see this heat gun is really hot because it's bright on the inside, it's red. I'm sorry, Frumpy. Right, this should be enough. Now we have to wait for the motherboard to cool off again. Right, this should be enough. Now we have to wait for the motherboard to cool off again. But yeah, I paid around 20 bucks on this PlayStation, so if it doesn't work, it's not really a big loss. But I don't know. Whoa, a Twitter bot. I had no idea we had a Twitter bot. Yeah, yeah, sure I am. Know you. Also know you. The next Da Vinci is probably a millionaire, a furry artist. Uh, 621, not 612. Anyway, the board, I think it's warm enough now. It's not hot anymore, so I can put it back onto to the console. I could also just wait a little longer because it will. I don't know. Anyway, I think I can put it back to the console now and see if it works. The CPU and the GPU are still a bit hot, so I'm gonna wait a little longer. Also, other thing people said that might fix the yellow light of death issue is you heat up this rectangular chip here on this corner. It sometimes fixes this, and sometimes it works 100% of the time, and you will not fail anymore. Right, I think it is time to put the console back together to see if this works. So we are gonna start by putting it back on the bottom portion of the console. So you wanna align the connectors on the back. Actually, I'm missing the shielding. So I need this first. Now I have to put the motherboard back in place. But again, people said this works, other people said this doesn't work, and I am not a professional, I'm just doing what I saw on the internet. Yeah, so don't do what I'm doing, okay? Next thing is we want to put this top shielding on the motherboard. Bitch, the screw fell down there. The screw fell under the board. And this should be like the bare minimum to test the console. So all you need is the power supply and the motherboard in this place here. Of course, don't forget to put in the pressure clamps. I think the console should work without a Blu-ray drive. So we're gonna put the power supply back in place. It will just fit on those prongs here. Those connectors here, they will just fit on this hole here. So yeah. But again, I don't think this console can be fixed. Right, I think we're ready to test. Cross your fingers, but I'm still not sure. I don't think this can be fixed, but here I have the power cable and we're gonna test this thing right now. Right, so we have a red light here, which means the power supply is working. So yeah, we have the we have the red light here. So we're gonna tap on the power button and see what happens. And nope, it didn't work. So it's still blinking red. I guess I'm gonna put the Blu-ray drive to see if it changes anything, but I don't think it will. I guess I'm gonna try hitting up the board one more time. Still blinking red, so yeah. There is a reason it was only $20 though. I lost one of the screwdrivers that I was using. It was under the console. Right, this time we're gonna only focus on heating up the CPU and the GPU and nothing else. Again, don't do what I'm doing, okay? I'm not a professional. I don't know. I have no idea what I'm doing, honestly. So what happens is sometimes I know what I know what is happening with the board. So I know what can be the possible cause of this yellow light of test issue. Basically, the manufacturers, Foxconn, I think they made they manufactured the console. They used lead-free solder, and lead-free solder needs higher temperature to melt than leaded solder. So it is hard to melt this solder. So you have to heat up the board really hot. And the problem with lead-free solder is that when it gets old, it starts to having like micro fractures, and it will lose connection from the CPU will lose connection from the board. So that can cause the yellow light of death issue. And other thing that can happen is maybe the solder points are fine. There's like 2,000 or something solder points under the CPU, so maybe all of them are fine, but you are still getting a yellow light of death. So what we are doing when you are heating up the CPU is basically you are maybe fixing a problem, an internal problem with the CPU, but the problem may come back later. So yeah, it doesn't always work. I think I would go as far as saying, based on my research, that most of the issues aren't solder, aren't the lead-free solder, but it's the CPU itself that dies. And when we heat up, maybe you are fixing something inside the CPU. Yeah, so reflowing doesn't always work, and reflowing is some people say it's bullshit, some people say it works. But yeah, you when you are heating up or you are melting the solder points under the CPU, and you are like making sure they are crack free, because lead free solder, as it gets old, lead-free solder, as it gets old, it starts to crack, and leaded solder doesn't have this same problem. So yeah, the problem is probably the CPU, not the solder points. So yeah, there's like 2,000 points under this CPU. And while I'm talking, I'm just waiting for the board to cool up. Right, I think this should be enough. I'm gonna heat it up one more time, then wait like a few 5 to 10 minutes again. I've seen people putting the board inside their like ovens and it works, but there is like a lot of plastic parts and you don't want to risk melting those. Like the connectors on the back, they are all made of plastic. The hard drive connector is also plastic. The USB connectors in the front is plastic. So I've seen people putting this on a regular oven and it works. So yeah, but I wouldn't do this. It's like crazy. Wow, this guy's crazy. Anyway, this is really hot because if you touch it with your wet finger, it will like evaporate the water right away. Yeah, it is really hot. So I will wait like 5 to 10 minutes. Five to 10 minute gay. If no one says anything, bomb blow ups everyone and everyone's gay. Anyway, this is my first PlayStation 3 that I'm trying to fix. I have other PlayStations coming on my way, some that I saw the pictures on eBay and it looks like they never tried to even open because the warranty seal is still intact. So yeah, the warranty seal is usually that on the right, on the left side of the console when it is like lying down. And I think that may have a higher chance of being fixed because the warranty seal is intact. It means no one's trying to open it. So yeah, I have other PlayStations coming on my way soon. Some that are coming with like a bunch of controllers, a bunch of guitars, steering wheels, and games as well. But yeah, I just want to see if I can get a PlayStation 3 working. and I am looking for guitar, and I am looking for specifically the older PlayStation 3 Fat models, because those have like hardware PlayStation 2 capability, and some newer models have it's a PlayStation 2 but it's emulated, so it's not hardware, so it may have compatibility issues. So the earlier models have hardware PlayStation 2 compatibility, and that will allow you to play PlayStation 2 through the HDMI port in 1080p, 60 FPS, and all that crazy stuff. RefNet adapter. I heard this name before somewhere else. RefNet is like a French or Canadian engineer. They have a site called refnet.com or something like that. Oh, for only $599 US. Anyway, this RefNet guy, I did a lot of like hardware modding before, and I know his site. He did like some mods to use like GameCube controllers on Super NES and all that stuff. Use Super GameCube controller on the Nintendo 64. Use Nintendo 64 controller on the GameCube and all that crazy stuff. But yeah, I think we can put this console back together, and we'll test one more time. But again, I don't think it will work. The board is still slightly hot. It looks like there are some capacitors missing, but I don't think they were even there in the first place. So I don't think I knocked them out or anything. Somewhere around here there are like a few blank spots where capacitors should be. But I don't think those spots were even used up in the first place, so I don't think I knocked them out or anything. So we're gonna put the top shielding back in the place, and we're gonna test this one more time. I'm gonna do the same thing I did before. I'm gonna put the power supply and test the power button and see if it changes the behavior of the LEDs here. Right, so we have a red light. Which means the power supply is working, but let's see what happens. It didn't work. It's trash. I paid $20 for trash. And it's not even in a good cosmetic condition. It's like in a really rough shape. So I paid $20 for trash, basically. $20 paperweight. But yeah, that is a risk that I chose to take because I know this could happen. It's not trash because it's a PS3, not a 360. I don't know. But yeah, it's a risk that I chose to take because it was cheap, and I thought, why not try and fix this? But yeah, it's not working, so I'm gonna put this back together and throw in the trash, or I don't know. There are a few screws loose more than should be, so I may have forgotten to put some screws on the bottom, maybe? Oh, there is one screw that I have no idea where it came from. So before you put in the power supply, you have to put the Blu-ray drive first. I'll say though, it's really easy to take this console apart. The newer models, the Slim and the Super Slim, are like super hard to take them apart because everything is so compressed together. There's so many parts connected one to another. It's kind of like a sandwich. So yeah, this one is easier because everything is big. So now we'll be putting the cover back in place and call it a day because this PlayStation is dead and it can't be fixed. Oh, I put a screw in the wrong place. Oh, what a dumbass. I just realized the screw that I thought was loose is actually the screw from the cover. And now the final screw that is here. The screw fell in the hole like in a super ridiculous place, so it got stuck there and I just can't get it out. Right, I got it back out. I can kinda see what I'm doing because the cover is like slightly transparent. Right, so basically I have a PlayStation 3 that doesn't work and doesn't look good either. It's in a really rough shape. So I guess we're gonna try and test this one more time, but I don't think it will work. Yep, it's that, Jim. Also, it's missing the rubber feet on the bottom. It's missing the rubber feet on the bottom, so apparently the owner thought the screws would be under the rubber feet, like they are on the PlayStation 2, but no, there are no screws under the rubber feet on the PlayStation 3. So basically I have a 10-pound, this thing weighs like 10 pounds, really? It's really heavy, so basically I have a 10-pound paperweight. Yeah, but I went the string here, I guess. Alright, so to recap, let me just turn the game music just a little bit. Where is it? Right, so to recap, I tried heating up the CPU and the GPU to see if that would work. Again, some people said that works, other people said it doesn't. So yeah, there is nothing I can do. I paid only $20 on this PlayStation, so it's not really a big deal. It's not like a huge loss of money or anything. Of course, I want my money back, so I guess I'll be selling this. I don't know. But yeah, I guess thank you guys so much for watching this me trying to fix this broken PlayStation 3 from eBay. It's a yellow light of death, so it can't be done anything with this. Yeah, yeah, but I have other PlayStations coming on my way. One that looks like it has never been tampered before. So yeah, I guess it can stop the time here, right? The time is the time is 1:33:58, but it's a failure. 1 hour 33 minutes 58 seconds. Let's round this up to 1 hour and 34 minutes. Um, So I spent like 1.5 hours roughly trying to fix a PlayStation 3, heating up the processors in hopes that it would do anything, but it didn't. So yeah, this PlayStation 3 is in a really rough shape. It doesn't work. It's basically trash. It's good for parts, I guess. So if someone wants to buy this and use the parts or whatever. But yeah, I thank you guys so much for watching, even though it was a huge failure. Uh, I guess I learned something with this console though, and I'll be using this knowledge on other consoles that I'll be getting on the future. Now I just want to find someone we can raid before I end the stream, and I'm looking at the list here. Yeah, that's right. I bought a broken PlayStation 3 for around $20. I thought it could be fixed, but it can't. Anyway, again, thank you guys so much for watching this shitty attempt at fixing a video game console from 2008, I think. There is a manufacturing date on the bottom, and it says November 2008. So yeah, I think this is the 7th generation, I don't remember. So yeah, 7th generation along with a Wii, Xbox 360 and all that stuff. So yeah, it's around 2005, 2006, 2007. Anyway, enough talking. Let's see if we can find someone to raid. Right, nobody is available to raid, so you know what that means? That means we are gonna raid TPP, also known as Twitch Plays Pokemon. Right, so I'll see you guys there. Bye.